Whoops, I forgot to turn on. Forgot to turn on the microphone. Okay, hello, SolarLune here, and here is another Sunvox stream, music stream. I never know where to put my mic when I do these, but yeah, this is going to be a stream, and yeah, it should be nice and fun. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everyone's doing fine. Alright, so let's see here. We're going to make I'm not sure what we're going to make, but we're going to make it. Let's just start making stuff. If anything's too quiet, let me know. If anything's too loud, let me know. If you want me to explain something, let me know. If you want to ask something, don't ask. No. Feel free to let me know, as usual. Okay, so we're going to do this. We're going to make something, maybe some kind of electro thing. So in case you don't know, this is a program called Sunvox. As you can see at the top, cross-platform, very much so in fact. Very easy to use, very versatile. Let's turn this up. I usually like to set my global volume to 80 when I make songs. Let me turn up the volume a little bit so that you can really hear it. You don't have to hurt yourself trying to listen. I like that. So yeah, this is a little different because I'm basically kind of doing things a little differently. It's like I set a YouTube event, so people might have been able to kind of like subscribe to it or like basically say that they want to see it when it comes, when the stream's up. So it's a little different. I'm not used to this kind of streaming, so minor difference, but it might make a difference in the long run. Alright, I like that key combo, that chord progression. Well, it's just one chord, but I like that. So it's 3/4, I guess, beat. So the time grid, I guess it's 6. Or no. I guess it's still 4, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's see. So I guess the time grid is 4, or maybe 12. Maybe it's, yeah. I guess that's what. All right, we'll see. Anyway, I'm not quite sure. I never know like how to do off-kilter beats when it comes to Sunvox, like how to properly time things and stuff. So it might just be kind of like an off beat thing, and I'll just have to manually adjust this. So that's what we're gonna probably try doing. Let's see. All right, so it goes. I like that. I think that it's gonna like balance out over time. So it's gonna be like kind of off right now, but then on the second go around, it's gonna like kick up to like 128, I think. So let's try that. Oh, I get it. So, like on the second round of this, Alright, so this is probably gonna be some math rock stuff. Like I love math rock, I think, but I don't really. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I've been just missing the chat a little bit. Whoops, sorry. Yeah, so I really like math rock. I like Covet in particular. Their math rock is like, oh man, Aries by Covet is a tight track. Okay, Pacific Destroyer says, so fancy streaming. I just got here. What did I miss? Not very much. I just been streaming for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, somewhere around there. Since 6:06, yeah, so just like 5 or 10 minutes. Game Jam, how's it going, SolarLune? It's going very well, thank you. How about you? So this is, I don't usually do this kind of percussion. I don't really usually do this kind of oops. I don't usually do this kind of style of music, this genre of like, especially I don't usually do rock, but math rock specifically, and especially I just very rarely do. So like, I don't know how this is gonna turn out, but hopefully it'll turn out well. Okay. It's kind of quiet. Let's see if we can kick that back up. Okay, that's not bad. But this kick drum really sounds kind of... It doesn't really sound like a real kick drum. So let's see if we can find another one. I'm not really sure how this is gonna work. Let's see. I like that. Maruku Junrei says, "Ayo, what's up, Loon? Just stopping in to say good luck. Unfortunately, I can't stay today. Gonna go beat up some other NPCs today for science reasons. Please don't hurt anybody. Please don't hurt anybody. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, nonetheless." Let's see. Alright, that sounds pretty good to start. Let's see. So these instruments aren't, like, they might change. We'll see how it goes. They probably will. can't quite hear this. There we go. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can get this reverb to be like that. Like I want it to be longer and kind of like sound bigger and wider, but at the same time, I don't want to multiply reverbs if I don't have to. Let me see if I can get just this one to give the feel. There we go. Okay, that's not bad. So that's a good start. Let's get some chords in there. Let's go with just a square wave for now. Well, actually, let's go for like a really fat synth. A real fat synth right here. Alright, so this goes. So this one is this. So it goes from E to F minor. Okay, so from there to there. So up to there, and then it goes to B. All right, so okay, let's see. No, I'm not too, like, those chords are okay, but I feel like I could do more with them. So let's see what we got here. Let's make this bigger. Okay, let's see. So that's the start, and then it flips over to F minor, F sharp, F minor sharp, F sharp minor, I guess. Let's see. Now I might be able to, like, that doesn't really work. Maybe I could do, like, I could do that. That doesn't even work. Let's just leave it alone for now. Okay, let's see. So this is gonna be like over here. So it repeats 3 times and then it does the ending 1 like that. Let me turn on the fan here because it's kind of warm. Okay. NovaBot says, "Cool. I play the piano. I want to get a keyboard to do stuff just like you." Oh, a keyboard's nice to have. And thank you. I think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Like, yeah. Thank you. But yeah, the piano is nice to have, a little MIDI keyboard. The one I have is a guitar. It's old and crusty at this point, because I've eaten stuff on it. I've done a lot of just, like, yeah, I shouldn't eat things or let things drip on my keyboard, like sticky stuff, candy or something. I don't know. Anyway, but there's a lot of, like, little MIDI keyboards you can get, even if you don't have a lot of money. a lot, you can still get like a, 50, 60, $70 little MIDI keyboard. And that, I feel like that might be a better route, like just to get like 2 or 3 mini keyboards, and then you can just like up the transpose on each one, and then you can have like a really large keyboard. I'm looking specifically for, I can't think of the name now for some reason. It's not an LFO. It's a vibrato. Is that? No, that's specifically. Yeah, no, it's like vibrato. Is it LFO? Is that what I'm thinking of? I guess, yeah, it's LFO. Okay. Delta Powell says, "Hey, sorry I haven't been to the last streams. I've been really busy." Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Everybody's busy sometimes. Let's see. I keep doing that by mistake. Actually, I want to have this, yeah, repeat twice. So I feel like that works really well. Novabot says, "You're so professional at everything." Thank you. Yeah, I just had to move my mic. It just wasn't working like directly in front of me. Pacific Destroyer says, "I gotta believe that practice is the way to get on this level, but boy, howdy can the early stages get discouraging." So I'm here trying to stay up on inspiration and techniques. And Novabot says, "Nice Pacific Destroyer." Yeah. Thank you, firstly, and also, yeah, it's practice is really important. That's more important than anything else. Practice. You can know all you want about like music, but really, practice is, you gotta have the practice. No one's gonna, you can buy software, you can get VSTs, you can do whatever, but really, it's practice that makes just like, why a reverb works, what kind of reverb you want, what's the difference between, this sound and that sound, what kind of synth you want, how to shape synths, like, there's still tons of stuff I need to learn, and I'm still working on, but, yeah, it's definitely, like, a work in progress. Okay. I like that a lot, actually. Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah, okay, that's how it goes. So it's F sharp that it ends on. Okay. This one can switch up a little bit. Okay. Low Duck says the drums don't fit the 8-bit style of the synths. That's specifically what I'm going for. Kind of a chiptune, realistic fusion kind of thing. But even still, it's still like a work in progress. You know, the synths aren't final, the sounds aren't final. But as it stands, it sounds pretty good, I think. We don't need the synth here. Save. Okay. Films and Film says, any reason why not Renoise? No, not really. I just never got into it. I use Sunvox. Yeah, that's basically it. Like, I know that Renoise exists and like people use it. It's probably the most well-known tracker, like DAW tracker, I would say. I'm guessing, but like I don't really have too much interest in learning it. I guess I like Sunvox because Sunvox is really simple. Like there's just not that much there to use, so it's just like really kind of, you know, eking out, like just forming your sound and really getting it like exactly how you want it, without having like a lot of options, a lot of instruments. It's just kind of a simple tool. Like, you don't have that many synths, that many effects, that many other things. You have a set of like per note effects, and that's about it when it comes to like all there is to the software. Like, there's no hidden pages here. Like, I don't have to press something to like shift into another mode or anything like that. Like, I like that it's all like immediately visible. That's pretty unusual because like Fruity Loops has different views, Reason has different views. Renoise, I believe, has different views. Like Milky Tracker even has different views, where it's like, oh, design your synth here, design your thing here. But like everything is right here. Like everything is right in this one screen. I like that. I really like that. Films and film, yeah, it's a great balance, great limitations. Yeah, that's the way I feel. Like it's pretty much just right. Where it's like there's enough to really work with to make pretty much any kind of song, but it's not like they're giving you lots of different ways to do the same thing. Like there's not really very much crossover in terms of tools. Analog generator and generator are similar. They do similar things, but like overall, it's pretty much like this does this, that does that, this does this, that does that. There's not a lot of like, oh, this could be a synth or a bass or a, like there's multiple tools to accomplish a purpose. Like not really. Like if you want to make a synth, you use an analog generator. If you want to make an FM synth, then you have the FM module. If you want to, so it's like, you don't have a lot of. I think I agree basically that it's a good balance. Solid set of limitations, not too limiting, but also breeding creativity and giving you options. I want the drums to switch up here. Whoa. That little bit of noise came out of nowhere. Okay. Let's see. Let's get some. I want like a ride cymbal here. Cymbal ride. Alright, so I want it to just be different, so I need to kind of figure out how different I want it to be and how I want it to sound. kind of like that just that beat is fundamentally different, but see, yeah, I like that. Sunvox, Game Jam says Sunvox is pretty nifty. Honestly, I love it. I haven't been able to get it into other music software really, just because I love Sunvox so much. Haha. And Film says, I can relate. Is there multi-channel out yet? That stopped me from focusing on it in the past because you couldn't really mix with multi-outs. You can export to multiple files per effect. I'm sorry, multiple files per module. So you can say, like, if you do that, then it'll export, I guess, hopefully it will export, like, this is one, that's one, this is one, that's one, this is one. Yeah, let's test it real quick. We'll say, tests. Okay. Let's see, projects, BDX. Yeah, okay. So it made one for every... Oh, wait. Let's see. Did I do that right? File per module. So it kind of works, but it looks like it might do it like one for each file, like one for each module, like every single one. Let me see. Let me start over and see how that works. Okay, so this one I have a sampler. I have 1, 2, 3 samplers, 4 samplers. Okay, so it's like it kind of does, but it kind of doesn't quite. I think I know what you're asking, which is basically like, can I get like this, like basically per instrument more so than per module? Like all of this is an instrument. Can I get that out to one file? Can I get this to one file, this to one file, this to one file, and these three to one file, to 3 files? Like it seems like you can't. You can basically export like each module, like so it still kind of does work, but it doesn't. It's not quite, I think, what you kind of want, which is like basically just have like, if I have like 5 instruments here or whatever, 7 instruments here, I want 7 WAV files, kind of. So that's something to request on the feature request form, but it does at least give you the ability to export like 1 for each module, so you can still kind of use it. All right, let's see how this sounds. I like that a lot. All right. Okay. All right, I feel like I could use some cymbals, some hats on this. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's okay. You can't really hear the synth with the drums. Let's see if we do we have to do that. Let's see. Actually, better than that, it might be to just do this. So this is a quick little example of how you do like smooth transitions. You use the 3 effect, and basically the amount of time that you want it to transition. So like, I think it's this is the number of ticks it takes for a semitone. So I think. You can check the manual for Sunvox on the homepage. There's a link that tells you, I think, exactly what it is. But this is just something to help you out when it comes to like timing things. So let's see how that sounds with the bass. It's on 2. Okay, it's on 2. So let's go back to 2. I think 4 should be okay. Yeah, that's not that impressive. Oh well. I guess we can just leave it alone. It doesn't really have to do anything special right now. So I'm adding this hi-hat here to establish the rhythm, because if you listen, it's not until like basically that last like down here, like the latter half, that you really hear the hi-hat, the ride cymbal, like giving the rhythm. So I'm putting another ride cymbal here, even though I'm trying to avoid having them on the same, having like the ride cymbal hit at the same time, just to give a little kind of off-kilterness. Alright, so instead of hi-hat close, we want to open hat as well. I think. Let me see how exactly this hi-hat is going. I'm trying to play, like, there's a certain rhythm I have going, and I want the hat, the open hat, to kind of back up that rhythm. See how that sounds. I'll lower this a little bit so that the drums have more of a front page. I just put it back up. I want to lower it with the sound going so I can hear it better. Well, actually, oh wait. Oh, that's probably part of it. Okay, everything shouldn't be going into the compressor. Only really the, like, I think only the drum, the kick drum and the snare probably should be going. I remember how it goes now. Alright, so anyway. Actually, a piano probably isn't the best choice for this. Let's go for something a little more interesting. Let's get another synth, I guess. That's dumb loud. Okay. Let's go with this for now. This doesn't really work, and I think it's because really I need something that goes in between this synth. Figured I'm gonna let's make something a little bit more. We can do a little bit with some strings. Orange Sauce asks a question. Well, I didn't read the previous point. Films and film. He says, "Oh, okay. Thanks for testing, man. I should stop interrupting your musical flow. Haha, sounding good. Thank you. Not thank you for stopping the interruptions, but rather thank you for thank you for saying it's sounding good. Thank you." Orange Sauce says, "I have a programming question here." Well, let me read the whole thing. "Hey man, big fan here. I have a programming Java question. I'm doing game dev on my own. I wrote this code that makes the square turn accurately every 5 degrees. Both the numbers and image rendering, or I guess are rendering numbers. I even got to shoot bullets, but when the bullets run outside some kind of boundary, they remove them from an array list from which they are rendered. I get some Java error for bullets rendering outside the Java canvas." Yeah, I'm not sure of your framework and stuff. So if you're using whatever framework you're using, you would probably do well to post on like. Well, if you post the paste all, if you post like the paste all to the chat, I might be able to read it and kind of give you an idea. Of like what your code says and what the error is, but yeah, you would also do probably better to just ask on like, whatever framework you're using the form for that, like libgdx or whatever. Let's see, James Rogers, what's up? Hi. He says, "Just discovered you today and subbed. Thank you. Is there a reason you use this over any other DAW? Just because it's free?" Well, free is kind of a point to it. I use other DAWs before, like Reason. I know like others are out there, like what was I gonna say? Bit. I can't remember the name of it now. It's got Bit in the name, and it's kind of like a tracker to Bit, or no, a DAW. I don't remember what it's called. Bit. I would keep wanting to say something else, but that's not it. But it kind of you get that situation sometimes where it's like you're thinking of a word and another word is very close to that word, and that's the one that gets stuck in your head. Anyway, yeah, this is free. It's a nice cross-platform software. It works on Linux, Mac, Windows, Palm Pilot, Android, iOS. So like that's important. Also, is the ability to not feel like you're locked down to any one operating system. Some programs are still locked to Windows only or Windows and Mac, and it's like, if you're on Linux, there's not that many options available. Not that many. There's some out there that are coming up. Bitwig, thank you, Films and Film. Bitwig, that's it. Right. I was thinking Bit Squid, and I was like, that's not it. It sounds like that, but that's not it. Let's see. Yeah, so it's free. It's cross-platform. It's very simple and really approachable. You're basically looking at your entire, oh man, I screwed that up. I gotta start over. Oh wait, it was fine. Never mind, whatever. You're basically looking at your entire like screen, your entire like project. Like there's no other hidden panes or anything really. Like there's no other like, oh, if you press tab, then it switches to this mode, or if you press this button, now you're in the piano roll thing. No, it's the entire program is visible right on this one screen. I like that. I like how simple it is. It's very, very approachable, I find, when it comes to tracker music. Because like I use like Milky Tracker, I use like Mod Plug Tracker, and when it came to like actually creating synths, this is like one of the only ones where you had like a pre-built synth where you could just be like, oh, let me go ahead and create a synth. Boom, there it is. And you link it, and there it is. And now it's playing notes, and then you press space, and now you can put down notes. Like it's very quick and easy. Like other programs seems like it's very like kind of intensive, but this it's just like it's simple. I like it. James Rogers says, I personally use Reaper, used to use FL Studio, Family Tracker, and maybe I'm going to start using this. I have massive, I guess he really likes Reaper. I have massive respect maybe for Reaper, but this seems way much easier to make sense. Yeah, it's easy. I have heard of Reaper. I know it's like probably like the most professional tracker style DAW, but or maybe just most successful tracker style DAW, but yeah, I haven't used it really too much. And yeah, he says, James Rogers says, I do like that it fits on one screen. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Okay. I don't like how high this is. This needs to be lower. And I know I switched this up previously and then I just switched it back down. What is this? 12? 12? Let's see. 13. Oh. What's 13? Okay, I just must have accidentally entered that. Let's see. Fat Luigi says, "Hey Loon, I've been subbed for maybe a year or so now. Really like your work. Thank you. And thank you for subscribing for so long. Just a quick question about making music. Would it be beneficial to learn the patterns of chords to make good melodies?" Yeah. That's like learning chords is beneficial to making melodies, yes, because well, actually, now that I think about it, it's pretty much, yeah, it's really important. Like, for example, okay. All right, so if we were working in a C, forgive me, I'm not too familiar with my keys and chords and stuff. Like, that's C sharp minor. That's major. So if you're making a C sharp minor song, your options for melodies are, well, regardless of which key you use, your options for melodies are going to be dependent basically upon that key. So if you know, like, okay, this is my key going in, then you know basically like you know what you can do basically once you know the chords, because it's, you know, okay, I'm starting wherever and I'm going to go from wherever I start to home. So you or whatever. I mean, you get the idea. Is that basically, if you know the chords, you can kind of walk your way down to home or walk your way to wherever you want to go. So yeah, knowing the chords is important when it comes to making good melodies. Because if you can make good chords, then you basically can make good melodies. Because, you know, more or less, like, having interesting and nice chords are like kind of stacking interesting and nice melodies together. Kind of. Tad Hoffs says, I use Reaper and now I also use this. Films and Film says, I'm 100% Ableton. Low Duck says the same. Films and Film says also numerology. Matt Davis says, would you recommend this for live performances? I seem to have issues with it receiving MIDI pitch bends and modulation. I haven't really seen any issues myself receiving MIDI pitch bends or modulation or anything MIDI controller related, but I haven't used it for live performances. So you would probably do better asking on the homepage, the form for Sunvox, where there's more people and you might be able to actually catch somebody who like does use it for live performances, and they can say like, oh yeah, it does work, or you might want to do this. You know, it seems like it's perfectly stable for live stuff. It's just it's not really like pre-loaded for live performances. Like, you know, the pitch bend wheel isn't automatically set to bend the pitch. You have to actually like do that. So it's kind of stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, I would recommend it just because I like the software, but I haven't used it for live performances, so I can't really give like an accurate recommendation per se. Let's see. see. I kind of want. Yeah, I kind of want that. I think maybe I could do like a instead of that a vibrato though. Just making sure there's nothing else in this pattern. I don't remember what I put in here. Okay. Let's see. Tad Hoffs, do you happen to know if it's possible to use meta modules as effects so you can load a kind of effects chain into a project and route other modules into it? Yes, that's completely possible. You just, when you go in, you set it up as you would kind of otherwise. So, you know, you would say basically this is the input, we'll say. And then we do whatever we want to do in here. And then we pass it out to output. Then when we go back, we just say the input module is set correctly. And then anything we pass into here and pass out of here gets pushed the effect. So actually, let me do something a little more obvious so you can see it's actually working. Make it more obvious. Yep, it works. Okay. Whoa, what was that? Something something was like not compressing right or something. Something just, yeah, I don't know what that sound was. I don't know if anyone else heard it. Okay, Todd Hoff says, amazing, you sir are a legend. Thank you. I'm not, but thank you. Okay, let's see. Someone else said something else. Fat Luigi. Okay, he said thank you. No problem. Okay, let's see. How long have I been going? I've been going for a few hours, or like a couple hours since 6:06. It's now, yeah, okay. So I've been going for like an hour and a half. Okay, so I'll probably finish off at like 8. So this is overall pretty good. I don't really like, this is too loud. kind of want this to be a surprise a little bit. So let's make. Oh, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. I'm gonna have to finish a little bit quicker, probably like just 5 more minutes. I'm gonna stretch this out a little bit. Overstruck Studios. Yo, what's up? SolarLune, he says. Hi, how's it going? James Rogers. VST equals plugin, pretty much. If you didn't know, yeah, I didn't say that. VST is basically a plugin, but not every program supports them. Most music creation programs do. But yeah, it's like a plugin, like a universal plugin. Tad Hoffs, have you tried this on any other operating systems? I have it on Android and Raspberry Pi. I have tried it on Android. I'm not a huge fan of touch interfaces, so I didn't really like it, but it's completely functional. So it's like, if I would much rather use the desktop version, just because I never really am away from home to the point where I need to use the Android version like extensively, but I do have it, and I'm glad it exists. Like it's probably the most, it might have been at the time the most like advanced tracker creation program. Like you can do pretty much everything as you can in a normal instance of Sunvox. So that it's really good. It's a really good version. It's just I don't really like touch interfaces in general. Okay, let's see. Yeah, okay, so okay, let's see. Oh, this is off. I was wondering, like, what? This doesn't really sound right. Let's see. Okay, that's probably, yeah, that's what I was missing. There we go. So Math Rock is like, it really, like, it's completely up to like it's off. It's not standard. So I kind of want to change up the beat a little bit if I can. Let me see. No idea if I can just do it willy-nilly like this. Let's see. Tadhoff says, I think the same about the Android version. Good for tweaking some patches, but not good for tracking really. Raspberry Pi version has a couple of issues when using the touchscreen and a keyboard as input method, particularly with the touchscreen if you don't have a mouse too for some reason. Yeah, if I was like on the Android version, I probably would like it fine if I had a mouse and keyboard, like a wireless mouse and keyboard, but just doing it like completely via touch is just, it's not really the ideal. You really need a mouse and keyboard at least. You probably could do fine with a MIDI keyboard and like plug it into a phone. Low Duck, what's your process for arranging songs, especially for video game music? Is it still the normal verse format like most songs? It's kind of yeah. James Rogers says it can be in different forms. Yeah, basically it's completely dependent on the song. You can have just like a single little loop, like 30 seconds or 45 seconds or something. Like, you know, a lot of retro games do that, like, you know, Pokemon and things like that, where it's not well, it depends on the game, but like some songs are really short and are just like, you know, little hummable tunes, and the others are very long and much more complex. So it's completely up to, you know, what the sound you want, as well as the sound you're trying to emulate. Like if you really like let's say like you really like some like punk rock stuff and you're trying to do like a punk rock-esque video game song, then you might want to copy punk rock songs in their kind of formats. But if you're going for like a kind of orchestral thing, then it might be much longer and not really have as firm and definite measures. Let's see how this sounds real quick. Yeah, I don't know if I can do it like that. I'll have to try like different things, experimenting with different things later. Time's up. All right, well, thank you very much for tuning in if you did so. We made quite an interesting song, something I never really would have done, and it sounds pretty solid, I think. Alrighty, yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. If you like this song and want to listen to different things, or want to contribute to my creation of different songs and videos and things like that, there's a Patreon in the description of this video, of this live stream, or this archived video if you're watching this later, as well as my itch.io page, my Bandcamp page, I believe. Let me see. Hopefully, should be. Seems like. Probably are. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. Yes, okay. Patreon, Itch, and Bandcamp are in the description. So if you feel like donating something, you can do so, and I would much appreciate it. All right, and if you're not subscribing to my channel, please feel free to do so, and that'd be nice. All right, well, thank you very much, and yeah, thanks. It's been real.